Indus Valley Civilization. What is Indus Valley Civilization? Where did it flourish? The Indus Valley Civilization existed around 5000 years ago on the plains of the Indus River. It flourished in Bronze Age from about 2600 BC to 1700 BC. A vast number of settlements were built on the banks of the river Indus and the surrounding areas. These settlements cover a remarkable region, almost 1.3 million square kilometers of land, which is today part of Afghanistan, Pakistan, northwestern India. The Indus Valley Civilization was the great city of civilization. In a city civilization, most of the people live in cities. They were artisans, traders, soldiers, and administrators. Of course, there were people also living in villages who cultivated the land and raised cattle. The people in the cities got their grain and food from their villages. Villagers who cultivated the land and raised cattle. The people in the cities got their grain and food from these villages. We must remember though the city civilization of the Indus Valley developed from the village life of an early period when the villages become too big. They needed a strong administration. They also began to produce excess grain so that the people could devote themselves to other activities besides farming. This led to the growth of cities and civilization like that of Indus Valley were the sites of great civilization. Do you know the large mounds sometimes have an ancient cities hidden underneath them? In fact, the Indus Valley civilization was discovered when an archaeologist R.D. Banerjee visited Mohenjo-daro and saw a large mound. He thought there might be something underneath and started digging. As the mud was gradually removed, a city was revealed. How was the city covered with mud? When an ancient city began to decline, people left and moved elsewhere. After hundreds of years, the abandoned buildings crumbled and broke down. The wind blew mud and sand over them, and when rainfall, the mud stuck to the buildings. In this way, the whole city was covered in mud, and as more and more mud and sand were disposed by a wind, a mound was found. Harappa and other cities of Indus Valley civilization were discovered when such mounds were excavated or dug up. Did the Indus Valley hold some large Asian cities? Did you know the sum of the cities of the Indus Valley had been 35,000 and 40,000 people living in them? Some of these cities were as big as some modern cities. The most important cities were Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanura, Kalibangan, Banawale, Lothal, Dholavira, Suttaka and Surakotada. The cities of the Indus Valley civilization were well planned and solidly built, some of brick and stone. They had drainage system, wells, and water storage systems, as well as systems for weights and trades. The people made jewelry and toys for the children, and even developed a system of writing, which unfortunately have not been able to despair until today. Did agriculture flourish in Harappan civilization? One of the most fascinating yet mysterious cultures of the ancient world is the Harappan civilization. The culture existed along the Indus River in present-day Pakistan. It was named after the city of Harappa, which was the first city of the Indus Valley civilization to be discovered. Farming was an important part of the Harappa way of life. There were plenty of water for good farming. By 4000 BC, people farmed along the banks of Indus River. By 3000 BC, irrigation began. People also formed along tributaries, which are also small rivers and streams that flow into larger rivers. Earthen bunds were also built to control the river's annual flooding. The farmers plowed their fields, probably using wooden plows. Using a plow made it easier to grow more crops. The crops that were grown included wheat, barley, peas, melons, rice, and sesame. This civilization was the first to cultivate cotton for the production of cloth. Several animals were also domesticated, including elephant, which was used for its ivory. What was the Harappan language like? The Harappas knew how to write, and over 2000 stone seals have been found in the Indus Valley. These seals were small tablets which left an impression when pressed into a soft substance like clay. They were quadrangular in shape. The quadrangle in shape. These seals are some form of writing, but unfortunately they have not been deciphered yet. The Harappan writing consists of short strings of symbols. Some say that each symbol represents a picture or idea. Others say it represents a sound. The fact, however, it is not one has actually been able to understand or read the writing of Harappans. How well designed were the cities of Harappa? The cities of Harappa were well planned and even have covered drains like those of modern cities. Large areas were built with bricks of the same size and weight. They used kilns to make bricks and used burnt bricks in domestic and public buildings. Harappan city was divided into two parts. At the center was a massive citadel. It had temples and granaries, an assembly hall, and baths. Around it was what is known as the lower town. The cities were straight and broad, they were paved and led at right angles to each other. The houses have protection against noise, odors, and thieves. Houses faced streets and were at least 2 stories high. They had brick staircase leading to the upper levels and the roof. Life was centered around the enclosed courtyard. That there was a balcony over courtyard. Each house has its own well, and one even had a large bathtub. Why is the Indus Valley civilization to be the largest civilization? Do you know how large the Indus Valley civilization? Sorry. Do you know how large the largest civilization of the ancient world was? The Indus Valley civilization covered an area the size of Western Europe. It spread across over 103 million square 1.3 million square kilometers of land. It was spread out over what is today Pakistan, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Western Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat. It has been discovered that the Indus Valley civilization stretched from Jammu Kashmir in the north to Narmada in the south, and from the Markan coast of Baluchistan in the west and to the river Yamuna in the east. Over 1,000 sites have been discovered belonging to the Indus Valley civilization. Is it any wonder that it is considered the largest of the four ancient civilizations of Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, and China? What What kinds of ornaments did the people of the civilization wear? Do you think do you like to wear ornaments? It is believed that the people of the Indus Valley civilization were also found of dressing and wearing ornaments. Archaeological discoveries from these periods suggest that both men and women wore jewelry, necklaces, beads, and amulets were made from gold, silver, and semi-precious stones, including the What is the significance of the citadel in the cities of Indus Valley civilization? Of the many parts of a Harappan city, the citadel at descent had a vital role to play. The citadel was the main part of the city built on a raised platform. It was built of bricks surrounded by a large brick wall. The citadel consisted of public buildings, a bath, a granaries, and quarters for providing shelter to the persons who taught religion. The remaining parts of the city were spread around the citadel. People went to citadel for protection when the city was under attack. What led to the decline of the Harappan civilization? Like any civilization in the world, the Harappa civilization too had to face decline. Its glory finally dimension between 2000 and the 1800 BCE. We cannot really pinpoint one single reason. Climate changes have played a role since the earth was becoming warmer during this time. The land may be become drier and water for the cities can run short. It is also thought that earthquakes or fires may have destroyed the cities. The city of Mogadaro shows evidence of having having been destroyed by fire. Other scholars feel that the population was wiped out by an epidemic or disease. It is also likely that the area became too large to be effectively controlled, encouraging attacks by outsiders. In any case, and nomadic Aryans invaded India around 1500 BC, destroying the Indus Valley civilization, bringing to an end the most brilliant civilizations of the ancient world. Thank you.